Back on ABC24 this week, Reverend Whalum is the New Olivet Worship Center pastor. We've got Lee Harris, who's the mayor of Shelby County, Mike Palazzolo, the mayor of Germantown, and ABC24 political analyst Otis Sanford. Otis, I'm going to let you have the next question here on the 3G schools.
Thank you, and Mayor Palazzolo, this is directed mostly to you. I've heard a lot of complaints from people who say that the legislature getting involved in this first early on with the schools separating, and with this bill that put tremendous pressure on everybody to get a deal done fairly quickly, that they are always favoring the suburbs over the city of Memphis. How do you respond to that, particularly with this law that I agree was focused on an attorney general's opinion about school districts, but the belief that they always favor the suburbs over the city?
Well, Otis, I lost the Hall income tax a few years ago. That's cost my community about $3.5 million a year, and we fought the legislature on that. So it's not always quid pro quo or those type things. You know, we've been working so long to be able to get resolution, and sometimes the state can be your benefactor, and sometimes it's not, and it depends on where you sit at the particular time. And, you know, having a solution based on really an attorney general's opinion from 2017, that kind of opened the door. And the attorney general said you cannot operate one LEA inside another LEA's jurisdiction. And so that, you know, the Pandora's box was opened at that point in time, and that gave the avenue for the legislature to be able to actually make it legal. You just have to come to an agreement to operate. Doesn't make it illegal. You have to agree, or the statute was pretty prescriptive on how to move forward.
Yeah, okay.
As we record this on a Friday afternoon, my understanding is that the T's are still being crossed and I's still being dotted on this final document that the governmental bodies will be considering next week. Are you concerned, back to the passage question, will there be enough time for all these different elected representatives to look over the documentation and feel that they can make a rational decision on it?
I think that a lot of folks have received briefings over the course of these last few months, mostly from the Memphis Shelby County Schools system about this issue. A lot of us have had one-on-ones with the mayor of Germantown, yours truly, with commissioners to make sure they're comfortable and know what's going on. So I think they'll have everything they need in order to make a decision, and I'm hopeful that they'll see this isn't once in a term opportunity to invest in a new product for Memphis Shelby County School System and to lay a blueprint for the rest of the Reimagine plan, which is also still out there that we can take action on.
I'm running short on time, but I want to play a soundbite from Tony Williams, who's the acting superintendent for Memphis Shelby County Schools, because we have forgotten there's another school out there too, not just the 3Gs. There's Lucy Elementary in Millington that is currently being operated by Memphis Shelby County Schools, and she wants to say this.
We remain in talks with Millington leaders and are hopeful for an equally positive outcome for our Lucy Elementary School family. Any deal with Millington also must include a multi-year transition plan for our staff and our students that is most important to them.
So we'll let you have the final word in this discussion, Mayor Harris, with the little time we have left. What is your feeling that Memphis Shelby County Schools, what turned them around? When they were talking openly about federal lawsuits just a couple of weeks ago, what happened?
Well, I think there are a couple things happen. One is we know the operation of the state law. The operation of state law set up a deadline, set up a scenario which boxed a lot of us in, and sometimes that's what you need to get action. The other thing is I think there's really been great leadership on the part of the superintendent of the Shelby County School System. I know she's only interim, but she is someone willing to take action, to come to the table, and getting her to the table with her team really proved a lot more fruitful than any of us expected, because we were able to, kind of come up with a compromise that benefited all sides, we think, and so we're going to go to the next phase of this next week.
Your initial feelings. I got 10 seconds on Ms. Williams and how she's
now is the
things.
time to do all things new, because we're in the middle of a superintendent search. This might be the best time to reconsider, to think about the fact that the traditional public education model has changed forever, and this is an opportunity to do something different.
All right, well, that's all we have time for. Thanks to you, and thanks to you at home for watching. We'll see you next week for ABC24 This Week.